going on, everybody? We are coming at you from the infamous Luxor Hotel Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. We are in a tower 1-bedroom suite. So we are in actually the tower, not the pyramid. So a little bit of a newer room. Right away though, there's some things I found very familiar. Now, if you are a Vegas traveler of a few years, then you're gonna recognize some of this furniture probably. It's actually old furniture from the Bellagio, which, I was a little bit skeptical about, but it kind of works. We'll get into that in a second though. So like even right here as you first walk in, this definitely seems like something that was once in the Bellagio. This doesn't open though, and I seem to remember this being the Bellagio, but there was stuff in there, or at least you could put things in there. But now it looks strictly decorative. Whether they just sealed it shut, I don't know. But I don't think it would have been a bad idea to have that available to put some stuff, like a little bit of storage, but that's fine. Let's continue. There's a lot of mirrors in here, so we are gonna catch our lovely cameraman in there sometimes, so just be mindful of that. This is an adjoining room. Not my favorite. I don't like adjoining rooms because you can sometimes hear the noise. You can sometimes, there's a safety concern with that, but it is locked, so I do feel a little bit better about that. And the fact that the bedroom is separate makes me feel a little bit better as well. There's a dining area, so that is nice. I know when we used to go to Vegas, you go out to eat a lot, but then sometimes you just feel like having a snack in the room. Maybe you just want to run to like Walgreens or ABC and get a sandwich, or like, something like that you want to bring back to the room and just kind of hang out here and eat. I do like that they have that in the room. It's nice, nice added convenience. You also do have the mini fridge over here as well, which is great. Again, not all rooms in Vegas are going to have those. So you almost have like a little wet bar area here with the coffee machine. Not my favorite style coffee machine, but I'm glad that there is a coffee machine still. Coffee can be very, very expensive in Las Vegas. So having this in the room definitely will save you a few bucks if need be. Like I said, it is a wet bar, so you do have the sink here. Where this room, and probably this whole resort does frustrate me a little bit, it's the attention to detail or like lack thereof. Like I'm looking at this sink and right off the bat, I can see that there's like calcium deposit stains on the faucet itself. So a quick, cleaning or maybe some CLR would get that right off, but no one seems to acknowledge that or care, which is a little bit frustrating to me. And as I said, I've seen that a lot in this resort, and I've seen that a lot in this room, and I'm gonna point out a couple more things as well. Under here is just some storage, but again, you can see that there has been some leaking from the pipes and stuff, and it's kind of just been left that way. There are no glasses in this room, which I know it sounds silly, but when you are in a suite, you expect a bit more premium, but you do have these plastic cups, which I actually don't mind, because at least you can pour yourself a cheeky traveler and, walk along the strip or whatever the case may be, so that's fine. Over here is the TV area. Now, once again, I thought maybe there's some storage under here as well. So I couldn't open it for one thing until I really pushed it, and then I kind of was able to get it open, but there's nothing back there. Like, I don't really know what you'd put in there. It really is probably just decorative, just to have something as like an anchor for the TV against the wall here. TV looks decent though. Looks like a relatively newer style TV, so that's fine. At least it's not a big box TV. There is a sitting area here too. So like I said, we are in a suite. So there is this casual sitting area here. Once again, I actually looked up pictures because I was thinking like, I swear this looks familiar. And sure enough, you can actually look up some old Bellagio room pictures and you can see this very chair in there. That being said though, like it still looks pretty good. Like I don't see any major stains or marks on it or anything like that. So even if they are gonna reuse some, like, Bellagio being a luxury property, if they're gonna reuse some of the furniture but it still looks okay, that's not a concern to me. I actually don't mind that. One thing I will say, this is not a pull-out couch though, which I feel like is a bit of a wasted opportunity. You have all this space in here where you could, shift the table over. If you're a family, maybe, the parents are in the bedroom, you have your kids here, or maybe just a few people that are gonna stay in the room together. It would be great if this is a pull-out couch, but it's not. That said, you could probably just have someone kind of lay across. It looks big enough, but you're gonna probably draw the short straw for that spot. View-wise, I will get into a little bit later in the bedroom, but it's a decent view. You can see the strip. Like I said, we are in the tower. We are at the silver elevator, so we're kind of closer to the strip. And yeah, like decent view of MGM, a few things back there, so not too bad. You're not gonna get a great view at any of the rooms in the Luxor though, just given the sort of area and the proximity and everything. But yeah, let's check out the bedroom. We have a large king-size bed, which is nice. Like I said, I know that the furnishings came from Bellagio. I'm not sure if the bedding did as well, like if the mattress and stuff did. I think it did. I think I remember hearing that. So that should mean it's a good quality bed. Could also mean it's an older mattress. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see tonight, but something to think about. We also have this little bench here as well if you want to just throw your shoes on or something like that. This does look like okay, never mind, that's just a shadow. But as soon as I walked into the room, I noticed a hair elastic. Now, I forgot to point out in the other room as well, there was also some bobby pins on the floor. There was like a tissue that looked like it had a booger on it on the floor over there. So again, just things like that, that attention to detail that's kind of lost, and it just frustrates me, to be honest with you. Over here, you do have another TV. So if you want to kind of just hang out in bed and watch TV, you do have that option. And of course, you know, your storage if you want to throw your drawers in here. It is a little musty in here. It definitely doesn't smell fresh. There's an option down there that supposedly to open the window just a crack, but it's not really, we're having a hard time getting it open. I don't know if you actually can open it. And like I said, it doesn't smell very fresh in here. This is a suite. This is something that you will pay a premium amount for, and it doesn't feel all that premium entirely. So anyway, once again, more stuff that looks very familiar from the Bellagio. I swear I've seen this chair in there before as well. Another little desk area though, if you do want to get some work done. It is nice at least to have included that. And once again, the view, pretty much just what you saw over there, just a little bit easier to get a grasp of, but you can actually see where they're doing Tropicana's construction. If you're watching this a few years from now, maybe there's a baseball stadium there, but I'm not gonna hold my breath on that one. But either way, you still do have a decent view of the strip, or at least, you know, from this angle, as much as you can, with Excalibur being kind of in the way. Let's check out the bathroom. So it's decent bathroom actually. Decent little storage area over here to keep your stuff. You do have your safe up here. You've got your ironing board, you know, the necessities, things like that, which I do think is good. You got the double vanity, his and hers, hers and hers, his and his, whatever. Once again though, another bobby pin. So whether the cleaning staff just doesn't have enough time, whether they just don't care, I don't know, but you know, it's stuff that I noticed as soon as I walked into the room. So, you know, someone who is on the staff like that, you would think they would be kind of trained to kind of notice those things and make sure that the room looks, you know, clean, unused, untouched, this and that. But it certainly does, and I definitely feel like I'm walking into someone's guest room sort of thing that have just kind of left their stuff out, which, anyway. Even here, this seems like a bit of a wasted opportunity. We were sort of saying that there should have been at least one of those maybe frosted doors or something to kind of tuck away the actual toilet area from the rest of the bathroom. Not a huge deal, but I think it would have been good to maybe like a sliding door, or just, you know, like I said, some kind of a frosted, just some sort of a separation, I think, from the rest of the bathroom would have been probably better. In here is where you have, it's a relatively deep soaking tub, but it's small. So you're really gonna have to kind of crouch in there to get soaked fully. Another, again, missed opportunity. Because MGM has moved now to having all of the communal soaps and things like that, there's no soap here. You think that they would sometimes usually include like a bar of soap over by the bath area, but there isn't one. And I will continue that over in the shower area as well. Pleased to see no shower curtain, but once again, in the shower itself, there's nothing. There's no bar of soap. There's no, usually in the showers, they have the communal stuff still in there as well, sort of attached to the wall or something, but even that, nothing. So presumably, if you're gonna wanna have a shower, you're probably gonna have to take, you know, the body wash over from the sink area in there. So if you're already in the shower and you've forgotten it, then you're gonna have to get out, soak the tiled floor, risk slipping and hopefully not breaking your neck to bring that over in there with you. So again, it's just these little things that I just feel like are missed opportunities. The doorway here, like, you know, for a room this size, why is there no full length mirror? You know what I mean? Like, it's just those little things. Like I said, we've stayed in a lot of rooms, so you know, there's certain things that you kind of look for and expect. Even this wall here could have been, you know, a great spot for a full length, but it just once again feels like there's been a few missed opportunities. And I mean, just to circle back too, like this being reused furniture from Bellagio, I'm fine with that. You know, reduce, reuse, recycle, all that, but it just feels like a little bit of a midge-modge to it. It feels like things were kind of just slapped together, you know, nothing really matches. You know, it's this bench, for example, is similar to that chair, but not similar enough that you can tell they're not from the same family. And, you know, you've got a blue chair there, you got a beige chair, you got a, it's just, it feels very slapped together. So I don't know, like, it's interesting. And I will also mention, I mean, you've heard me mention in my videos in the past, I've been coming to Vegas for about 15 or so years. This feels like a room that I would have stayed in 10, 15 years ago. That era of Las Vegas that had those dark, deep, rich sort of browns and burgundies and stuff, like, you know, in the old Palazzo rooms, for example. I find now they definitely tend to be more bright, more welcoming, more maybe even a little bit sanitary looking, but still just different, I guess, is the answer. And again, the attention to detail. If you look back here, there is so much dust. It is disgusting, and it just, once again, I was excited to come into this room. I was excited to be like, you know what, there is luxury in a budget-friendly hotel. You can stay in a place that is known to be a little bit more budget-friendly, but still have a decent room. And I'm sad to say that I don't really feel like I've found that at the Luxor yet. We have shown 4 or so rooms on this channel before, and I've yet to be impressed. Let's put it that way. You know, Luxor has a bit of a mixed reputation, not the best one in a lot of ways, and I just feel like they don't do enough to mitigate that. I feel like there's so much potential here that is just not being taken advantage of. And it makes me sad because on the one hand, you know, it's great to have these budget options on the strip so that way everybody can visit Las Vegas. But I think the bare minimum is give somebody a clean room. Give somebody a room that isn't dirty, isn't messy. That should be the bare minimum. Anything above that is great, but just, that should be the bare minimum. That's all I'm gonna say to that. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. I mean, like I said, there's stuff about this room that's not terrible. I don't particularly love the location of Luxor, as you can tell from where we are situated. We are very south end of the strip. There's not a lot nearby. It's kind of, you know, a bummer because it's harder to get around and this and that and the other, but there's still a lot of great things that Luxor does offer. So, you know, you got to find the good with the bad, and that's all it comes down to. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. If you've stayed at the Luxor before, if you like it, dislike it, had good rooms, had bad rooms, just curious what you guys have to say. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, please do not hesitate to leave them below. It's really helpful to the travelers. They probably the same questions that you guys have. It's also really helpful for me because any interaction you guys have with my videos, whether you're liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, it all helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you're not subscribed, I ask you please consider subscribing to the channel. Totally free for you. It really helps me keep delivering this free content to you. Once again, this has been Daniel on the Spotlight. Viva Las Vegas. Viva the Luxor, because I think there's still hope here to be had. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.